What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Montyverse. Today, we're going to be looking at the brand new trailer for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I have yet to see this thing, so I need someone to help me break all this down. So I brought in a Pokemon game expert, my friend, Paulina. What's up, Paulina?
Hey, happy to be here.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the trailer already. I have yet to see the trailer already, but I kind of need you to decipher this trailer for me, because by the way you kind of describe it, there's not a lot of information on the surface of the trailer itself.
Oh yeah, it's pretty bare bones. A lot of interesting things happening in the trailer, and I had to look stuff up, which is pretty rare when it comes to like just general Pokemon knowledge. And a lot of people online were pretty confused on what they saw. So
Oh boy.
I'm eager to hear your initial reaction on this.
All right. Well, I'm gonna jump right in this trailer. Are you ready? Are you gonna watch with me?
Oh joy.
All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna start it in three, two, one. Okay. Treasure Hunt Academy. Okay, basically stuff we know already. Crap.
Crap.
Okay, so Starfall Street. Team Star. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the goggles. My boy Coco doing battle. What is this thing? What in the Mad Max is this?
Oh yeah. That's an excellent way to put it.
Mela. Love it. I love Mela. She looks pretty cool.
Yeah, don't her boots look awesome?
She does have some nice boots. Oh, crap time. Okay. Path of Legend. Arver. An upperclassman. Fighting crabs. A lot of crabs.
Yeah. You don't want too many crabs.
Okay. Klawf. Klawf. Interesting name. So I'm assuming the Titans are kind of like the alpha Pokemon in Arceus kind of thing.
It seems like it, but it wasn't obvious at first on that trailer that that crab was large.
Geeta. Okay, so these are the three paths that we can, like, the choose your own adventure aspect of the game. Brassius. Okay, so grass type gym leader.
Yep.
I hate the jewels. I hate it so much. I hate the gimmick. I think this is the dumbest. Wait, is that an evolved form of Sudowoodo?
No, that's just a regular Sudowoodo.
Oh gosh.
I want to dive into that a little bit once you're finished.
It's Salamence, that's cool. I like these new Pokemon. These guys look cool. The armor.
Yeah, they look.
That's it? Not gonna lie, compared, like, the last trailer gave us so much. It gave us new mechanics, it gave us a bunch of new Pokemon, it gave us so many things, and this one was just kind of like, that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I am from like a high level. I'm surprised Nintendo and Game Freak decided to reveal the three paths this early.
Yeah.
That was like one of their key things in the last large trailer that they did. And I thought it would have been cool to keep it a secret until launch, just because this is so different. And they gave, to be fair, they gave a light sneak peek, but I keep going over in my head. It's the traditional trainer route. We're cooking with some NPC, and we're fighting school bullies.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just, it's weird. So it's like, and all three of those things are things that we would do in a regular gen game anyway.
Yeah. Now, listen, there's some details that I like in some of these components. Don't get me wrong. I think it might be nice to maybe break down each storyline.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Which one do you want to do first?
I want to talk about Victory Road because the new chairwoman is fire.
Geeta, right?
Yeah, her design is perfection.
I really like it.
Yeah, Cynthia vibes, Steven Stone vibes here. I really like the idea of like navigation, and her having a compass on her on her glove is a very interesting detail. I definitely want to know about her more. The language that I've been seeing online has just been a little confusing in general.
Yeah,
because she's framed as the strongest trainer, as if she's a champion, but she's the chairwoman.
Yeah, I mean, I jumped on the Pokemon website after I watched the trailer, and in her description it says, among the region's champions, she reigns supreme. So so what does that mean? Is she the champion? Is she the champion of champions? It's very confusing language.
Yeah, and like whenever I think of like chairwoman or chairperson, I think of like Gen 3's Scott, who was there guiding the trainer throughout all the gym battles and the battle frontier, which, you know, is a really cool NPC type. But I feel like if they're phrasing her as a powerful trainer, that's not going to be her role necessarily.
Yeah, we have to essentially battle her. Probably, I can't see her not being the final person that we have to face in order to complete the Victory Road portion of the game. I mean, it says she's the champion of champions. As of the region's champions, she reigns supreme. So, is this Elite Four battle going to be different? Is this Victory Road going to be different than we usually see? Are we going to have to fight former champions as opposed to just an Elite Four?
Yeah, I've been trying to like figure out with her coloring or like just some of these details if she's going to specialize in a type too.
Yeah, it's weird because since you bring up her coloring, the first thing I noticed right away is that compared to every other character that we've seen so far, her coloring is very violet based, and she doesn't have an alt form, and she's not neutral colored like some of the other characters who don't have an alt form in this game. But then I kind of kept scrolling down, and I noticed that Mela is very Scarlet based. She's essentially all Scarlet and black and white. So I wonder if there's a reason why those two characters are so locked in to their respective colors. If there's a reason for that in game, I'm sure there is story-wise. But I found that very interesting considering how fluid all the other characters are when it comes to their colors and how they can be changed between the two versions of the game.
Yeah, I really think one of the big positives for me so far with Scarlet and Violet is the character design.
Yeah.
They really stepped it up, and I've loved pretty much every character design that they've released so far.
Yeah, speaking of character designs, we have Brassius, the gym leader of the Artazon Gym, who is just a sad grass boy. He's like a very in his feelings grass type gym leader.
I love his design. I love his vibe. But do we really need another artsy grass type trainer? I feel like we've seen this before.
Is he artsy though? He looks almost masochistic in the sense of he has thorns in his hair. His clothes are very thorn based. He has a whip of thorns.
The Pokemon description, I'm looking at it right now on the official website, says that he treats Pokemon battles as a work of art
Oh, damn it. I
and
didn't
is
read that.
always in search of artistic quality, using his gym tests to help judge a trainer's aesthetic sensibilities.
Oh, man. He's going to be another artsy boy. Oh, boy.
Which, it's not a big deal. I really think his design's pretty strong and makes him unique. I just find it interesting that like he has such like a strong and dark design, and yet like his supposedly his like gym is like full of sunflora, which is like a very, very positive looking grass type.
Yeah.
I think his gym is also probably located in the area we've seen of like the sunflora statues in like the plaza.
Probably.
Yeah, that I think that would make the most sense.
I love his nickname, the Verdant Virtuoso. I love
Yeah.
it.
What'd you think about that Sudowoodo?
I like it when it was regular Sudowoodo. I hate to terrestrialize. I hate terrestrialization. I hate it. I think it's the worst gimmick. I think this is the first time outside of Z moves, which you could even say had a purpose in game. This feels like the gimmick that is the most gimmicky to me, and I don't like it.
I find it ironic that they didn't give him like a new Pokemon from this region. It gave him Sudowoodo, which I think is one of the most notorious like mistyped Pokemon.
Yeah, it's not even a grass type.
Yeah, but with this new gimmick, it's now a grass type.
I see. I see why they gave it to him. It still does not make me like the gimmick. Oh my god, I hate it so much. I think they look good. Like, I think it looks great, but the fact that we're gonna have to do this all game is probably gonna annoy me at some point.
Yeah, I wonder if like with this Sudowoodo, like a regular looking Sudowoodo in the game, if it I did see some leaks that there was a regional variant supposedly for Bonsai.
Okay.
Bonsly.
Yeah, because I could have sworn in the trailer, and I may just be going crazy, but it looked like they were saying it had a different name for Sudowoodo, but I might have just misread it. I could have sworn it was a different name.
I hope it does. I would love to see a regional variant of this line. I think it'd be really cool.
I would love to see more regional variants. We've only gotten one so far, so...
My boy Wooper.
Wooper.
Best news.
And it's a really cool regional variant. But like I would love more Pokemon from my Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, and that's another thing with this trailer that I feel like I keep talking about whenever they release a new trailer. I feel like each generation that comes out, they try a new marketing tactic. And this generation, they're trying heavy on the gameplay aesthetic and the story itself. And they're holding back a lot in terms of Pokemon and showing evolved forms of Pokemon and showing new Pokemon and showing the starter evolutions, which is something that they haven't done in 2 generations. And I just, being so close to the release of game, being like 2 months away from game release, I really would just like to know a little bit more, like which version exclusive, like which Pokemon are exclusive to which versions. Give me a better idea of which version I should buy. Give me an idea of like, hey, my friend's going to get this one for this Pokemon, so I'll get this game for this Pokemon. So like, I really wish there was a little more of that. And this trailer really just felt like more of the same, as opposed to helping me nail down which one of these games I'm going to buy.
Yeah, and I completely understand that. And it's looking at like the key differences besides the professors and the legendaries and the outfits, there's no notable key differences right now in the games between the versions. I definitely hope we see more, because I like the regional differences. I think that's one of the things that Pokemon did well over the years.
That's the best gimmick they've done, I think, outside of Megas. I like the regional variants.
Money. Pray it on me as a child, because I didn't want to play with anybody else, so I had to buy both versions.
Yeah, but it worked, and it's fun, and it's something that we as the gamer can enjoy, and they can profit off of. as opposed to giant crabs.
Giant crabs. Yeah, let's talk about the search for Mystica, I think it's called, where you're going on a venture to help gather ingredients.
Yeah, I mean it's weird. This screams like B plot. We have Arvin, who we saw in one of the earlier trailers
Hmm.
as a character, but this kind of expands on his role. He's an upperclassman, if you will.
Yeah.
He's a Pokemon researcher, and this kind of like Titan Pokemon. This storyline, this designation, this route that we take is going to help make us encounter Titan Pokemon, which very much feels like the alpha Pokemon from Arceus to me.
Yeah, and the Gigantamax Pokemon from
Yeah, from
uh
Sword and Shield.
Mela, Sword and Shield. Yeah. So I feel like this is not new at all.
Yeah,
It's just reskinned and put into a different format with a story now. Now, I do like that each one of these storylines or treasure hunts as they call them has an NPC that's kind of guiding you. I think that makes it unique. You're interacting more with other characters. Um, but from the trailer alone of just like, hey, you're going with this person and you're hunting an alpha Pokemon, like I want to know more about that because to me, just with what they released, and I had to look up some information because I couldn't tell. I didn't know that was a Titan Pokemon. I didn't know that
yeah,
was what that was called. Um, this is not exciting to me. I feel
yeah,
like this is probably going to be the last storyline I'm gonna want to do.
yeah. This screams of like post game to me. Unless they like give us something on the Titan Pokemon, are they gonna have more EVs or IVs? Are they gonna be stronger in
Yeah.
battle? Like what is the? Are we gonna be able to catch them, or do we just have to take them down? Um, so yeah, I want a
Yeah.
little bit more from that.
So we have this giant crab now. Well,
Yeah,
crab. I think the name is
Quarf.
Qualif, Qualif,
Oh, Quarlif. I don't know. I saw Quarf, but I could be mistaken.
Quarf. Yeah, I think maybe the L is silent, but it's a rock type, which I think it makes sense for where it was shown. Being on like a mountain stuff. I like the grittiness of like the claws and like the brown spikes on it. I think
Mm,
it's a cool design. And it actually comes with like a new ability, um, which raises attack, special attack, and speed while having defense and special defense lowered when the HP is less than 50. So this is a heavy hitting crab.
that's pretty cool. And listen, I'm all for crab Pokemon. I like my Crabbies and Kinglers. I like my Corfish and Crawdant, and so bring on more crabs. Bring them
Yeah.
on.
I definitely think like with the color scheme, it is reminding me more of Krabby more than
Absolutely. And it's probably based on a rock crab. So, we
ah,
have that. Yeah,
there we
stone
go.
crab, something
I
like
think
that.
one thing I need to say is like I'm really liking the food theme
Yeah.
that the as few of new Pokemon we've seen. By the way, it's only 16 new Pokemon we've seen thus far. Um, there have been food inspiration from some of these.
Yeah. Like Smoliv.
Smoliv. I am definitely having a Smoliv on my team.
Of course, you gotta have a Smoliv. It goes great with cheese. Um,
Oh gosh.
uh,
We had two other new Pokemon. I think that was like the most excited I saw you
oh yeah,
reacting
yeah.
in the
I
trailer.
totally forgot that we saw them.
Yeah, exactly. You get this trailer is so all over the place
Yeah,
because it's boring.
yeah. It didn't grab my attention at all. The two Pokemon that was, I don't know what names they are or what names that, but yeah, the two armored Pokemon at the end, the two like warrior looking Pokemon at the end really were cool, and I really like the designs of them. One looked like a ghost, I think. I want to say ghost type.
Yeah, it was that one was a fire ghost type.
Oh, okay, that's cool typing.
Yeah, and it there's a lot of details online, especially about these two and like how their powers work. Because one, I love that we're seeing another set of Pokemon go off of the whole sword and shield, strength
Yeah.
defense type of typing and design. I think that's still cool that we're keeping that theme. Um, but one is a fire ghost type and the other is a fire psychic type.
Oh, that's cool. Those are some interesting typings. Not a lot of variety in those dual typing sets at the moment, so I like that. Yeah, and like you said,
Yeah,
I kind of like how they're this gen's version of like a Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee or a Sock and Throw type of thing.
yeah,
So I like that. Okay. Yeah, but they were
yeah.
cool.
It's giving me Mega Man vibes for sure.
Yes, the red one. The red one definitely looked like it had a Mega Man cannon. Um, yeah, but again, like I wish we. It's like they gave. It's like they just like here's this at the end of this trailer. These look really cool. Hope you guys like it. And then it's just like, yeah, but I want to know more. Like I want to.
Yeah, I mean, to their defense too, a couple weeks ago they dropped another new Pokemon, Silazar,
Yes, the paint
the normal dragon.
Pokemon, or is that the one I'm thinking of? Which one am I thinking of?
The normal dragon one.
Oh, yes, the one that everyone rides like a bike in the next thing that we have to talk about. It's like the pre-evolution almost to the
Yeah,
legend. It
I
looks like a pre-evolution to me anyway.
they haven't said it yet, but that's like clearly based on official artwork and just screenshots. Like you're riding both this Pokemon and the legendary,
Yeah.
so one can assume. But also, I think it's pretty unique that they're labeling a legendary as like a legendary can evolve. There's
Yeah.
only like a couple legendaries that I know of that can evolve.
Well, there's the two from Sun and Moon.
Mm-hmm.
They evolved from I forgot the name of the Cosmog,
Cosmo. I was
something
gonna
like
say Cosmo, and I'm like, that's
that.
not right. Wrong universe.
I believe it's Cosmog. They have that
Yeah.
pre-evolution and then they can go one way or the other. Yes, it is Cosmog. Okay. So I think
Yeah.
it's something similar to that. I don't know.
I also think of like Manaphy
Yeah.
as well. Like, but then again, that's a baby Pokemon. So who knows? It's rare to see in a legendary line, but happy to have a new version of this in this game.
Yeah. And speaking of Saladan, uh, our next storyline, everyone's riding one, like a little evil motorcycle
Yeah,
game.
but it's not a motorcycle game. It looks like a bunch of high school bullies.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. In a Mad Max, on a Mad Max super evil vehicle car that Mella's standing at the top
Well,
of.
that car is a Pokemon.
That's horrifying to think about.
Yeah, I it didn't I didn't re this has me baffled. Because like I didn't realize it until I saw official artwork and what was it? I think the official uh Pokemon PR said something pretty strange with this official artwork. I'm gonna pull it up. Um, you wouldn't fight a car, trainers. Like
What?
why would we fight a car? And then it posts an image of the car, but it looks like the car has its tongue out.
Oh
So
god.
it's sentient.
Which is horrifying to think about.
Yeah, and even the Pokemon site confirms it as well, saying that they have a name for it called the Starmobile. And during your battle with a Pokemon on the Starmobile will react and get in your way. So
That's interesting. It's
yeah, I think that's interesting. Little creepy,
very
but
creepy. Very interesting, very creepy. Um
the one the one thing I loved in this trailer was actually in this section. And they didn't go over this at all. It was 2 seconds in the trailer, and it's at the 44-second mark. And it's where suddenly you see your player and Pokemon running around, and your Pokemon are freely fighting. And I thought that was so cool. It wasn't explained in the trailer. I had to look it up. It's something called auto battles.
Auto battle. So essentially, like your Pokemon will go and fight. Like
Yeah,
that's really cool. That's kind of a
yeah.
cool feature. Wish they would have focused the trailer on that.
I know because it makes the overall world of Pokemon feel more real. Like your Pokemon are living beings that aren't freely at your command. They wander around, do things. They're with you instead of just standing next to you.
Wow, that's crazy. Like that's such a cool new feature. Like this game is full of such cool new features, and
Glossed over
I
it.
feel like they're glossing over most of them
Yeah.
in these trailers. What's interesting is as I'm reading down the Pokemon site, I come across, I see that image that you were talking about from the trailer, and then I also see that there are going to be multiple Starmobiles. There are going to be
Oh.
multiple bosses, each squad boss by defeating their party Pokemon and their Starmobiles. So each
Huh.
squad of Team Star is going to have a boss, and that boss is going to have a Starmobile.
It makes sense though, because when I was looking that like Mela, she's the boss of like the fire crew,
Mm,
I was like, oh, that's like I get seeing the bad guy teams having like a specialty type.
mm.
We've seen that before in past games with like Team Aqua and Team Magma, but traditionally other games have like dark, ghost type. So to see just fire was just like, huh, okay, we'll just have fire. But it makes sense that there's most likely going to be different types to these crews, I would think.
That's pretty fun. It seems like a pretty fun little new addition to this game. Okay, and that also that makes it a lot more, pads out the story. So it's not just like you taking down this one boss and then there's going to be a lot of bosses to take down and a
I
lot
think
of
I
go ahead.
think this is the one I'm more interested to know the story about
Yeah.
because it's so like the whole premise of these storylines is like you're going out and doing like your work study
Mm,
essentially from school.
yes.
How does fighting gangs fit into your work study?
I don't know, but I want to find out. I want to do it. I want to take on the gangs with my Pokemon. I just want to know what Fuecoco turns into. Someone
I
tell
know.
me. Someone
It turns
tell me.
into cat, pet. It turns into a fire type.
Shit. That's pretty dope. I think I'm gonna have to get that one then. Just turns into a bigger pepper. Just turns into like a,
Oh
a
gosh.
giant bell pepper. Oh man. So is there anything else gameplay wise that we missed that we didn't go over from the trailer?
I'm trying to think. I mean, that's the thing with this trailer. Like, the first reaction I did with you, there's so much to talk about because it was
Yeah.
so exciting. This, like, I feel like I just glazed over some of these topics because like they weren't as exciting in the trailer. They're not what I feel like as a as a longtime Pokemon fan and Pokemon
Yeah.
player that I've been looking forward to. Like these to me are just like, okay,
Yeah.
I just want November 18th to be here, but this made me slightly disappointed.
Yeah, this trailer, not only the trailer itself, but also the build up to it, almost felt like an afterthought. Because we kind of just found out that yesterday. That it's just like, oh,
Yeah,
hey, new Pokemon trailer tomorrow, 9 a.m., be ready for it. And I'm like, what? That's just so. Like, usually there's like leaks, like, oh, we're hearing rumors that a Pokemon trailer is going to be coming out in the next week or two. But this is just kind of like, no, here's the trailer. And then the trailer came out and it's like, here's some more information. Blah. Just to kind of keep the game in your mind, just to kind of keep it
yeah.
in there. But I just really wish they would have just stuck to 2 or 3 things and just focused on that. Because I feel like this trailer was all over the place. I didn't really learn anything just by watching the trailer. The trailer was
Mm-mm.
essentially a trailer for the website. It was like, hey, go look at the website to learn more about this game, which you should have learned from this trailer. So,
I I also thought like waking up this morning that it was gonna be a more than a trailer, like at least like a 10-minute type of ordeal like they've done in the past with like some walkover, voiceover, footage, etc.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect like they can release a trailer anytime, but I don't know why they did it right now. I think it's kind of weird, especially with like a lot of other things going on with Nintendo right now.
Yeah.
Nintendo's big thing is for with Splatoon 3 is this week. So I just find it interesting that they chose this week of all weeks as they're slowly building up to Splatoon 3 to release more Pokemon news.
Yeah, it's not even like video games. It's just such a big week for media in general. With
Yeah.
D23 and Disney Plus Day, and then you have other companies just pushing information out to try and get in front of Disney, and then it's just so why like this feels like it's gonna get buried almost.
Pokemon's fine. Pokemon doesn't.
Yeah,
Can do whatever they want.
that's
They
true.
they don't need to get in front of everybody. It's just odd. And I'm hopeful they do at least one more trailer, one more information type of presentation before November.
Yeah, I can't see this being the last thing we get before the game, because if it is, there's still so much we don't know that we should know.
Well, I think I know this answer, but I want to ask anyway. If they do release another trailer, what type of things would you want to see?
That trailer should be gameplay footage and Pokemon.
Mhm.
That's all I want, because those are the two things I want to know when I buy the game. Which game should I buy? Which Pokemon are going to be in it? Which starter am I going to choose? Like, obviously, like the things that I want to sit on before I buy the game. I don't want to buy the game, choose a starter, and then kind of just be like, oh, I would have preferred the dual typing of this starter, or I would have preferred
Mhm.
that starter. So it's kind of like, in a way, yeah, it's the fun of the surprise of it all, but at the same time, I'd much rather just know going into it so I can enjoy my gameplay, my journey through the game. But yeah, that's what I would really want. I would want live gameplay footage, and I would want just a couple of more Pokemon. You don't even have to give me a lot more, just a few more, and just some maybe the evolutions of some of the Pokemon that have been announced. Maybe if Smoliv has an evolved form or something like
Yeah.
that, or we could see an evolved Quagsire regional variant, or maybe more regional variants would be nice too. A couple more.
Yeah, that to me has been the most unusual. Wooper, as much as like I was personally excited over Wooper, was so random to reveal.
Yeah, just out of
So
nowhere.
you take what you can get.
Yeah,
I hope we get a couple more Pokemon. I'm all right too with like even evolutions for what we've seen so far, just to keep like,
yeah,
the newer Pokemon hidden until game launch. Happy to see more NPCs, happy to see gameplay. I'd want to see footage of the live play with friends. To
yes.
me, that is the most exciting feature.
That should be the
Um,
selling point of this game.
yeah, because I already know I'm so excited to play with you and a couple other friends
Yeah,
and pretty much do whatever we want in this game.
yeah. It makes no. It's just so weird how they're choosing to market this game. And again, it's Pokemon. They don't need to market this game at all. They could literally drop the game 2 months from now, and we'd all go buy it because we love Pokemon so much and we love playing it. But I just like I have so many questions. Like the gameplay of the teams. Like, how does this work? How will it look like if I'm in game? How will I know where my friends are? How will I be able to find them? I hope that comes in the future. That's something that I would really like to know about.
Yeah. So who knows?
Who
We'll
knows?
see.
We'll
But
see.
today I wore black. I'm mourning because I'm disappointed with this.
Yeah, it's definitely my least favorite of the trailers that we've gotten. It was just bland. It was just very blah, very kind of whatever. It was the trailer. Like I said, the trailer felt like an afterthought, and that's pretty much how I feel about it. It's an afterthought. But
Yeah.
what are you gonna
And
do?
don't get me wrong, I love Pokemon. I'm still gonna buy the game and play it.
Oh, me
It's
too.
just I as much as I appreciate Pokemon's experimentation over the years, I'm always just confused about their marketing.
Me too. Me too. It's always so erratic and always so different. I would just really just like them to just be consistent every once in a while. But again, they're Pokemon. They're arrogant. They don't have to. They're a juggernaut gaming franchise. they will drop a new game and people will play it. And listen, I'm gonna play this. So they got me no matter what. I'm gonna get this game and I'm gonna play it. So at the end of the
And
day,
you better bet we're gonna be doing reviews on it. So
yeah. So at the end of the day, they got me. Good job, Pokemon. But is there anything else that you want to talk about, Polina, or does that pretty much cover it?
I'm good. I'm sick of talking about this trailer.
Yeah,
So
me too. I think that's gonna be it, guys. Polina, where can the people find you?
nowhere except for the Montyverse.
Boom. Beautiful. Same here. You can only find me, Monty, on the Montyverse and on all the socials at the Montyverse. But that's going to be it, guys. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell because we have tons of content coming out all the time on tons of different topics. But until next time, guys, stay versed.
Bye.